Determining if a wildfire was arson is very important because that means someone should be held accountable for the damage. Now, in this case, the investigator tells me that the scene was not secure when he arrived, and he saw people and construction workers working and walking around what was essentially a possible crime scene. A wildfire previously thought to be sparked by arson now ruled a mystery.
There were some things that we would wish, again, were processed a little bit differently.
I spoke with the prevention chief for the state forestry, Aaron Kassem, who was a part of the Diamond Fire investigation. He says when he arrived on scene to investigate 12 hours after the fire started, he found that the area wasn't secure, saying construction crews were at work building homes in an area that could have had key evidence.
Again, we want a kind of a sterile area, so as the least amount of even suppression activity, people walking through, witnesses, etc. The more people that we can keep out of that scene, the easier it's going to be. And I would say easier, it's always going to be a very meticulous process, but again, it won't compromise the area.
Wildfire investigations are a long process, and after over a year of investigating, Kassem believes that the lack of evidence he found may have been a result of that lack of security on scene.
The big thing is preserving that origin area so that we can that we can collect that data and process it accurately.
Kassem says cities are in charge of securing wildfire scenes. Scottsdale Fire Chief Tom Shannon says their top priorities are protecting lives, property, and the environment. And in a statement, Chief Shannon says in part, while the urgency of the fire attack may sometimes affect the preservation of certain physical elements, we take every measure possible to document the scene and cooperate with investigative teams to support a thorough investigation. And the Scottsdale Police Department tells me that they were focused on door-to-door evacuations that day. Now, Kassem says that they've since worked closely with Scottsdale on securing wildfire scenes, which he says they have not had any issues with since the Diamond Fire. And Kassem also wants to note that the problem of securing wildfire scenes is something he finds all across Arizona and is something they're actively working on.